Hello and welcome to your reading. As you can see, there are no zodiac signs and no pick a card. So this message will find who it is meant to find when it is meant to find you. Okay, so I had to take a second because the chickens are making a lot of noise. But the energy that I'm getting from this is you have clearly went through a lot of suffering. You've went through, I feel like, suffering that has made you feel like you have to take it all in. You have to take in the part that you did, the part that they did, the part that life did. This is suffering through accountability as well, which is deeper suffering. When you suffer through accountability, you don't just feel the pain of what someone did to you or the outcome of the pain that someone caused in your life. You also feel the pain of the decision that you've made. You feel the pain of the choice that you made. You feel that pain of accountability that is like you're suffering through the decisions of another, through the decisions of your own, and through natural cause and effect. So it's like a three for three type of suffering, and it was really heavy on you. I feel like you took this in full bodily because you did not want to get stuck in that pain. And even if it looked like you were there for longer than you anticipated to be, you actually got through this wholly. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to say that again. Even though this took a little bit longer than you expected it to be, this suffering that you've went through, you came through it wholly. And that is almost non-existent. When we go through suffering, we suffer away a part of ourselves. We sacrifice a part of ourselves to that pain, to that suffering in order to just move forward. That is not the route that you took. You did not take the route of sacrificing a part of you to the pain, to the discomfort, to the suffering, to the frustration. You just didn't do that. You allowed it to literally jolt your whole body from head to toe, mentally, emotionally, energetically, physically. You felt it on all realms of existence. When I say you have suffered, you really have. And here's the thing. Your suffering has now come to an end. It has come to an end. The period of suffering that you have just lived through has come to an end. And what you are currently feeling is the residue of it. It is, so for example, look at it like this, okay? A tornado has come through your life. It has come through your life. You have survived it. But now you're facing the wreckage it has caused. You're facing the rubble. You're facing the quiet after the storm. You're facing the damage it has actually created as that tornado rolled through your life. You made it out alive. You made it with no scratches because you came out wholly. You didn't give a part of yourself to this tornado. This tornado didn't take away a part of you, but it took away stuff that you have built. It took a toll on you mentally. It took a toll on you physically. It took a toll on you emotionally. It took a toll on you spiritually. But through it, you came. There is a new beginning happening now for you. You have both the World card and the Fool card here. The World card is literally a cycle ending. It is the waiting room period of walking from how one door just closed. So for example, let's take the tornado analogy quickly. The waiting room, I mean the world card, would mean you are walking away from the wreckage towards your new place, your new home. That is the energy. You have now left the wreckage. You're not even walking amongst it anymore. You are walking on the path that connects you from your past, from the wreckage, to the brand new future, to the Fool card. And the fact that the Fool card is right next to it tells me that you are in immediate alignment with a new beginning. In immediate alignment with a new beginning. I have to say that just one more time, because this is such a phenomenal alignment all on its own. Did you see how many cards? Like, look how many cards are in this tiny little deck. And the fact that you have the Fool card, which is the most aligned and perfect card to come out right next to the World card. There cannot be a better card to come out right next to the World card. There just cannot be. Every other card that could come out from this deck next to that World card is a tiny little detour before the Fool. There is no detour. You are in a straight line. You are walking on a straight path. Your feet are almost touching your new beginning. Your new beginning is so certain, you can already see it. You can feel the atmosphere has shifted. You can feel the energy has shifted. The tornado is not rolling through your life anymore. You still remember it. When you close your eyes, you can probably still hear it. You can probably still sense the fear that you felt, the pain that you felt in that suffering. But it's not rolling through your life currently. You have made it to the other side wholly with all parts of you. I can't, dude, when I tell you that this is such an accomplishment, go ask anybody, speak to people, they will tell you that they were never the same again. After a traumatic experience like this, they were never the same again. You will not only be the same again, you will be an upgraded version of yourself as to before the tornado hit. That is why you held on to yourself so strongly. You have been putting in a lot of hard work as well. And this energy is speaking about your hard work is paying off. It's speaking about the fact that this new journey awaits for you. It is an ending and a beginning. There will be a lot of gain from this. The home that you are walking to after the wreckage of the tornado, metaphorically speaking, is one of much greater comfort, one of much greater luxury. And within this new realm and within this new home, this new timeline that you're going to call home, this new energy that you're going to call home, there is going to be a lot that you can indulge in. There's going to be an abundance of everything. So the first card here also warns of taking as much as you need and not overstocking yourself just because you can. Okay, so for someone that has lost everything, like you just had this tornado roll through your life. Now you're walking to a place, and along the way, there's like a little pit stop, okay? Like in the entrance of this new reality, in the entrance of this new timeline, this little pit stop with everything. With everything. It's everything. What do you want? There's everything. And I want to like make that an emphasis. There's everything. What do you want? There is everything. There is rewards after this. You are going to actually be greatly rewarded. Let me actually read this card for you so that you can know how greatly rewarded you're going to be. Okay. Your pumpkin patch prospers due to your hard work. You are responsible with your newfound wealth. You are responsible with your newfound wealth, which will be a great benefit to you. However, be careful that this does not lead to greed. All things in moderation. So I'm getting this, like again, there's everything. You can take off everything. Everything. Okay? Everything. But sometimes when we take so much of something that was taken from us, like for example, let's say your confidence was taken from you, and now there's an abundance of confidence here, and you're taking all the confidence, and you are becoming the most confident person to walk this planet. This card does not want it to be a substitute for your spiritual growth. It does not want it to be a numbing factor of your spiritual growth, because your spirituality got you through all of that. It got you through that hole. It is inexplainable how you made it out of that hole in yourself. It is inexplainable how you did that. You did that with the grace of God. You did that with your spirituality. You did that with your faith. That is how you did that. Because you were holding on to parts of you that is beyond, that is untouchable from that tornado. That is a part of you that you were holding on to, but also the parts of you that were suffering the most. So there is great wealth, there is great opportunity on the other side of this for you. But it's again, it's just warning not to fall into, not to fully fall into that, to keep yourself above it, to keep yourself above it, because that is how you got through the wreckage, because you were above it, because you were above it, because you were not on the ground, you were not hiding underground, you were floating above it. You were not in the bathtub, you were floating above it. You didn't never see it and wondered which part of your life is wrecking. No, it was in sight because you were above it. That is how it didn't get to you, because you were above it. You were elevated. It came to destroy. It came to cause havoc. It came to wreck, and you were above it. It didn't wreck your soul. It didn't wreck your spirit. And that is the most valuable thing that you own. So there's a lot of material wealth coming in. There's a lot of luxury coming in. There's a lot of gain coming in. There is literally like fame, recognition coming in. There are people in bounds coming in. But they're not a substitute for the power that made you float above the tornado. Because that type of power is something that you can always rely on. And what you have just gone through, it is going to strengthen your enlightenment. This is meant to strengthen your faith. It is meant to strengthen your journey with your spirituality. Because that is what makes you untouchable by the tornado. And in life, looming in distances are tornadoes. There are people that lives are currently being wrecked by these energetic tornadoes. And you might encounter these people along your way. That is why your spirituality, it makes you float above it. Now, there's also a mentor coming into your life. And these cards want you to be open-minded to the mentors coming into your life. Even though you know so much, this realm that you are stepping into is brand new. You are the newcomer in this realm. You are the new face in this existence. You are the new. So within that realm, there are teachers, there are mentors, and they're going to be coming along your path because you are destined for greatness. You have the potential of greatness, and there's information, there's teachings that these people and these gurus are going to teach you. Okay? And it's asking you to be open-minded to that, to be open-minded to it, because you have suspension right next to the page of potions. Now the page of potions is speaking about creativity. Like, you have just entered this new land. Like, you're looking around, you're like, oh my gosh, like this is amazing. Like, you never ever thought you would make it out of the wreckage. Like 3 weeks ago you were walking around in the wreckage, and months beyond that you were freaking suffering. When is the tornado going to end? And you were in this realm of suffering, not knowing what is going on, not knowing what your spirit is doing, not knowing where God is taking you, and you were literally like just floating above it all, but not knowing that you're floating above it all because you're feeling it all. Every single brick that broke down from you, you felt it because you were connected to it, and you felt responsible for every brick that tornado broke down. So that is the reality that you have been used to. And now you are walking on solid ground, and there's wealth around you, and there's an abundance of everything around you, and everything that you want, you get, and every thought that you send out materializes, and every prayer that you pray is answered. Because you are walking on solid ground. There's no tornado wrecking the ground that you are currently standing on. You are curious. You want to explore, and that's amazing. But you are also still destined for greatness. You're also still destined for greatness. You didn't just make it out of that to just now go be in a life of full acceptance. Radical acceptance is actually wonderful. Radical acceptance will save your life. If you ever find yourself in situations where you are fighting an uphill battle and you're trying to change something that's not changing, radically accept it. Radically accept it, because it changes your life. It changes your life. It changes your vibration immediately. It changes your frequency immediately, and immediately you are able to elevate, because acceptance is a higher vibration than frustration. But don't just fully, you know? Like, if everything is going good and you're just accepting it, okay, you know? You are still destined for greatness. You are still destined for greatness. I need to say that again. You are still destined for greatness. Even though that tornado wrecked you, you are still destined for greatness. Even though you are making it to the other side, you are still destined for greatness. The other side isn't all that there is for you. You are still destined for greatness. So there will be teachers, there will be gurus that come along your way. They will teach. They will teach. And it's hard. Like, dude, it's hard, and it's completely normal. Like, if you think about it like this, right? You were just someone that went through all of that, and you somehow made it out wholly. And now some person wants to come teach you? Excuse me? Some guru wants to come along the path and teach you with excuse me? You know? It feels like that. But everything beyond this point, and every teacher and every guru is sent your way with information. They are divinely sent. They are divinely on your path because they have something specific to teach you. Because you had some time away. You've had some time away. And let me tell you, the world kept moving. New discoveries was continuing to be made. People were growing spiritually. The world was elevating. Even though that corner of you were getting wrecked and you were floating above that for how long? The world kept moving. You made it to the other side. And now for these gurus, for these teachers, the world kept moving. They have something to teach. They have something to teach what they saw. They have something to teach what they've learned during that time. During that time when you weren't open to learning new things. How could you? How could you? Think about it. If a tornado is rocking your shit through your freaking world, are you going to be sitting there looking up on, reading a book about high vibrations? Reading a book, excuse me? You're not going to be doing that. So it makes complete sense. You did absolutely nothing wrong. But the universe made sure, like God made sure, that other people were absorbing this information, learning these lessons, getting this information, because it was going to come to you one way or another. And it's going to come to you like this now. Okay? So expect teachers to come in. And again, you have suspension card right next to it. Now the suspension card sometimes means that, okay, now you are like locking yourself in there. Okay? Don't lock yourself in there. You are worthy of walking among these people. Even though you weren't free for the last couple years and their world kept spinning while yours felt like it was standing still and you were floating above a freaking tornado that was rocking through you energetically, you are still worthy of walking among them. They are still your companions. They are still your equals. Even though they have come from wealth and they have built themselves up and they didn't have to deal with the wreckages that you have just gone through, they are still your equals. There's a lot of new people that you are going to meet. A lot of new people, and these people, I feel like there's a lot of wealth to these people, a lot of status to these people. Do not lock yourself in a cage, because that cage is open. It is open. If you're sitting in a cage while you are amongst that, just know that that cage is open. That door is not locked. That cage is not locked. In fact, there isn't even a lock on it. You can just walk out of it. You can just step out of it. The moment that you get the courage to, you can. Because you are worthy. You are deserving. No matter how they did it and how you do it. No matter what they had to overcome and what you had to overcome. No matter if they were born into it and you had to earn it. You'll still have the same vibration of wealth, of shining, of resonance, of being in the spotlight. Yeah. You are the newcomer to this world. You are the newcomer to this world. This brand new freaking world. Wow. Okay, so this is your reading. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Bye.